200,000 votes. That's exactly the amount of votes that made William Ruto the president. And for someone who has been in government since 1992, as MP, as minister, and as deputy president for 10 years, that win was nothing short of underwhelming. And now an ODM MP has come out to confirm what we've all suspected, that William Ruto is not half as smart as he would like us to think.
There has never been an opportunity for a person with the experience I have, with the education I have, with the knowledge I have in Kenya.
The MP has exposed one of William Ruto's biggest lies.
He won when he's already out. He was not in government. All the resources and the systems were against him and he won.
Wrong.
Right now he has everything.
While also proving beyond reasonable doubt that beating William Ruto in 2027 will be a walk in the park.
I wish I was a presidential candidate now. I think this is the best time to be a presidential candidate.
Okay.
Because we have the easiest person to defeat.
And for all the doubting Thomases, here is the evidence.
This is the right time to become a presidential candidate. Why? And I hope you are listening carefully.
In 2022, William Ruto shocked Kenya and the whole world when he beat Raila Odinga, the candidate who was endorsed by Uhuru Kenyatta, who was then the sitting president. He outmaneuvered the state, the media, and the dynasties. Or so we thought. Because when you strip away the hype, here's what really happened. Despite decades in politics, despite running as the man of the people, despite having some deep control in the Electoral Commission, he still won by just 200,000 votes. That's not a landslide. That is a joke. Fast forward to today, the economy is in crisis. Police brutality is back. The youth who trusted Ruto with their future are in revolt, and the mask is falling off.
William Ruto portrays himself as a very brilliant individual, a very smart individual. But trust me, he's not. He's not. Let me give you an example. Unaona kuna ngoma hizo utoka, na when you hear them for the first time, hiyo ngoma ikubambagi. But the moment you hear you hear that song over and over and over again, tuseme uko kwa matatu unaisikia, unaingia TikTok unapata na challenges and whatever, kidogo unakuja una like you. That is the same thing Pierre William Ruto is trying to do here, or he has been doing.
Now connect that with the bomb that has been dropped by Caleb Amisi, an ODM MP. Here's what he said.
William Ruto was a member of YK 92. Sijui ulikuwa wapi. And you know the amount of money that was on that system. He has been a minister for agriculture. He has been a minister for education. He has been a deputy president for 10 years. 10 years. A presidency where we are told he was actually running that government, in essence. Alafu nataka kusema ati walimutoa aje. And he campaigned for 5 years as a deputy president with all the state machinery, with all the resources allocated to the deputy presidency, and all the network accumulated from Moi's time up to now, and he only won by a mere 200,000. That is the easiest person to send home.
Yes, think about that. Ruto didn't win against the system. He won with it. In 2022, Raila Odinga had the president's endorsement. And you know in Kenya, that has never been a good thing. I mean, look at what happened in 2002 when Moi endorsed Uhuru Kenyatta. He lost badly.
That, with all that space in government for all these years, since Moi time nikikuwa primary, he was a minister. Alafu nasema ati hakukuwa na advantage. And he could only gather ati amewin na kura 200,000. Now, remember, in every presidency, 40% will always be against the government. Now, those people who are always against the government, always, after during Moi's time, the people who are always against the government. Uhuru's time, people were just always against the government. Now, all those people, he carried them. The people who are predominantly Raila support. But he could only win by 200,000 votes with all the anti-government force. Anti-government force, but you still have the government resources alongside. And you only win with 200,000 votes. But nipeni umutu nimpeleke nyumbani bwana. Mukipenda. This is the easiest person to take home.
So what happens when the system isn't on your side anymore? When the economy is bad, when the streets are against you, The answer, according to this ODM MP, is simple. He will lose badly.
It's the easiest.
You see, it is not just Caleb Amisi who is talking. The numbers are speaking, and they are speaking loudly. You see, a recent TIFA poll showed that 75% of Kenyans don't trust the government to handle the economy. And another poll showed that the majority blame Ruto directly for the rising fuel prices and the food shortages. So, what happened to the man who campaigned on lowering the cost of living? What happened to the online jobs for the youths, to affordable healthcare, to hustler empowerment? All is gone. All has been forgotten, and all that has been replaced by expensive foreign trips, IMF loans, and international deals that benefit the elite. The hustler president has become the face of the suffering. And now ODM, who are in this broad-based madness, are beginning to also turn inward. When Amisi said he's going to quit ODM if it backs Ruto in 2027, it wasn't a threat, it was a signal. ODM base is angry. The party's own members are leaking internal conversations, warning Raila not to back Ruto again. And for good reason. Ruto and Raila working together would destroy ODM's credibility, because ODM was built on resisting state power, fighting for justice, and standing with the people. Now that the state has turned brutal again, now that the people are dying on the streets, how can ODM be seen standing next to Ruto? And for your information, that's not all that Caleb Amisi said. He also said this.
Tumeshatoa mwelekeo Jumapili tarehe 3 hii wiki. Tuko Saboti. Saboti ni eneo bunge langu, mahali panaitwa Lukome. Lukome is going to remain in history as the genesis of the youth renaissance. Hapo ndio inaanzia.
Tunaita Lukome declaration.
Lukome declaration, Lukome renaissance. Hapo ndio declaration ya vijana inaanza. Kwamba vijana mmepewa lineup, mmepewa viongozi wamejitokeza, kujeni pamoja into one movement. Mass movement ya vijana waamue we are changing the country democratically, not from the streets.
He also said that the story of tribal politics is over, that now it's about the youth. And that's a radical shift. You see, for decades, elections have been about tribe, numbers, ethnic coalitions, but that formula is broken. The youth are now Kenya's largest voting bloc. They are informed, they are angry, and they are ready to vote based on policy, not surnames. Amisi even hinted that a coalition of youth-led leaders could take over. He named Babu Owino, himself, and others.
Who's your preferred candidate for 2027 presidency?
Now, not yet. Myself, maybe. Every generation has had a time to rise up and do what needed to be done. Now, there is this generation that must fight a different battle. And the battle for now is economic renaissance. So the young people of their generation must rise up and do what needs to be done.
Amisi isn't just speculating. He is predicting. And that's not coming from an analyst. That's coming from a sitting MP in Raila Odinga's party. Someone with access to internal polls, real-time intelligence, and political temperature. So, what does all this mean? It means the 2027 election has already started. Not in rallies, not in TV debates, but in the streets, in protests, in DMs, in conversations like this. Ruto isn't untouchable. He's vulnerable. ODM knows it. The youth know it. And if the opposition stops sleeping, 2027 will be a walk in the park. Subscribe.